In this video, I'm going to be making Harry's first birthday cake. This is a chocolate layer cake, and this is from the Unofficial Harry Potter Cookbook. Thank you to George Ann for mailing this to us. So this recipe is divided into 3 sections. You have the ingredients for the chocolate cake, the chocolate glaze, the chocolate frosting, and green icing. So first we're gonna do the chocolate cake. You need 3/4 cup boiling water, 1/2 cup unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon instant coffee, 1 cup all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1 stick 8 tablespoons of butter at room temperature, 1 cup granulated sugar, 1/2 cup packed dark brown sugar, 3 large eggs, and 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla. That was my oven preheating to 350 degrees. I also have sprayed 2 8-inch pans. I use the Baker's Joy because it has the flour in with it. So the first thing we're going to do is you have your boiling water. You need your boiling water, cocoa powder, and instant coffee. So I've got my boiling water, cocoa powder, and instant coffee, and you're going to whisk these together. Now, the directions say to set this aside. So we're going to set this aside. Now, in another bowl, we are going to whisk together the flour, baking powder, and salt. And I'm going to set that aside. Now, in a mixer, you're going to beat the butter and sugar and brown sugar until it's light and fluffy. It takes about 5 minutes for it to get fluffy like this, and you want to scrape your bowl down several times in between. Now we're going to add our egg one at a time. Put an egg in, let it get incorporated, and then add another until you've added all 3. And then after that, we're gonna add our vanilla. Add in our cocoa mixture, the cocoa coffee mixture, until it is well incorporated, and you may have to scrape down the sides of the bowl too. So now we're going to add our flour mixture, just a little bit of it at a time, until we've used it all. So we have our mixture. Make sure you've scraped down the bowl. Make sure you've scraped down the middle to make sure everything's well incorporated. And I'm gonna divide this mixture up between the 2 pans, which if you know me, you know that's probably won't get it even, but that's okay. We're gonna put this in the oven. It says 20 minutes. But then it also said that this cake overbakes very, very easily and quickly. So I'm gonna only set my timer for 18 minutes and check on it at 18, and then I'll let you know how long I had to leave mine. So I put the cakes in, they said 20 minutes. I put them in for 18 because I was afraid that they would overbake. but they were not finished at 20 minutes. They were totally, like I stuck a toothpick in, it was totally liquidy. So I put it in for an additional 4 minutes. So total they were in for 24 minutes. But now you want to let them cool in the pan for 10 minutes. And then you want to put them out on a wire rack after 10 minutes to cool completely. So it's been 10 minutes and I'm going to turn these out on my wire rack and let them cool completely. Like this. There we go. Came out really, really easy. And now we're just gonna let them lay here. For the chocolate glaze, you need 8 ounces of, it says bittersweet chocolate. I'm using semi-sweet chocolate just because we like semi-sweet more than bittersweet. But just know the recipe does call for bittersweet. So that is these are 2 4-ounce bars. You need 3/4 cup heavy cream, 1/4 or 2 tablespoons of butter, which we have right here. And then you need 1/4 cup of corn syrup, which it's hard to see, it's clear. I've already measured it out in this bowl. So what you're gonna do is you're going to add all of those ingredients to this bowl. And we're gonna break our chocolate apart. So this is how it looks when you get it. I'll show you. Like that. So just break it into the squares and add it in here. Then add your heavy cream and you're going to microwave this. It says 1 to 2 minutes. What you're going to do is you're going to microwave it for a minute and then whisk it, stir it, and then microwave it again for an additional 30 seconds until it's all smooth. So this is your mixture. You want to leave this laying to the side and let it cool a little bit. You want it to be thick, but not too thick to pour. So we have our glaze here, our chocolate glaze. It has been sitting, it's probably been sitting for 20, 25 minutes, something like that. And the bowl is still warm. It's not completely cold, but it's warm. You need 1 stick or 8 tablespoons of butter for the chocolate frosting. You need 1 cup of confectioner's sugar. You need 1 tablespoon of heavy cream, which is in here. You need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then you need half of the ganache. This is actually gonna be for my icing. It's under green icing, and you're gonna need 1 cup of confectioner's sugar, water, and green food coloring for the icing. I'll just go over that with you right now since I already have it laying out there. So right now you want to get your mixer out, and you want to put the butter, confectioner's sugar, and heavy cream. And you want to mix this until it's light and fluffy. Go ahead and add your vanilla. I'm going to put this chocolate into this cup with a spout. And actually, it's funny, Georgianne sent me the cookbook. Georgianne sent me this cup with the spout. I'm sure it has an official name. Anyway, they want you to use half of this mixture in with your frosting mix. And so I want to make sure that I don't use too much, because what you're going to do with the rest of it, you're going to end up using the rest of it to pour over the cake. And just so you know, this is not supposed to turn out being a beautiful or pretty cake, because Hagrid is the one who made this cake. And if you've ever watched Harry Potter, you know that Hagrid did not make a pretty birthday cake for Harry. So let me see how much is in here. It looks like 400, so we're gonna go to 200. We're gonna mix this in. Directions say if this is too thin to spread, then chill it for 10 minutes So we are gonna put it in the refrigerator for 10 minutes and then we'll be back. So it was in the refrigerator for probably about 20 minutes total. I didn't take it out and check it on it or anything. I just left it and let it get thick, and so it's fine. So it says you want to put one half of the cake top side down. So top side down. And then you want to take some of your frosting and spread it over the top. Now you want to take the other half, let's see, and put it top side up, because this is made by Hagrid. So it goes top side up, and put more frosting. You want to take your glaze and pour it over the top, and it says you want to kind of let it dribble over the sides. So now we're on to the green icing. So you have your confectioner's sugar that I showed you earlier. And so you want to form a paste. So you take tablespoons of water, and I'll start with 2, and then I'll go from there. And you can make this as thick or as thin as you want. We're gonna end up writing Happy Birthday Harry on the cake. That's what this is for. And so you just wanna make sure that it's thick enough that you can write Happy Birthday, Harry. We have the Wilton, and this color is called Leaf Green. And you just take a little bit, you literally just like stick your toothpick in here. And it doesn't take much at all. So I have a bag here. I'm using a snack bag because I knew I wasn't gonna make very much. I have a snack bag here. I'm gonna pour this into my snack bag. I'm gonna get Kevin to help me hold the bag open so he won't be able to film this part, but that's what I'm gonna do with this. We got it in the bag without any issues. And I'm gonna cut the tip off of it. If you have piping bags, of course, use piping bags. I got a new bag. I made my tip too big, so I'm just gonna barely cut the end off this, and hopefully it'll work better. And this is runnier, so even though it looked thick in that bowl, it is runnier than I thought. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to write Happy Birthday Harry on this.
Happy Harry.
Yeah. Yeah, really, Happy Harry. are ready to cut the cake. It's hard to imagine a woman so heartless that she wouldn't ever bake, or at least buy a birthday cake for her motherless nephew. But such is indeed the case for Harry Potter, who meets his first birthday cake when he turns 11, courtesy of Hagrid. That is in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, chapter 4. So it's very close to the beginning of the book where Harry gets his first birthday cake.
It's kind of shocking that they didn't do anything for the child.
Yes, yes. Well, if you read the series, then you get to hear about the little Christmas presents that he gets, and it's interesting. So,
it's a good cake.
Oh my gosh.
It's I'm trying to try just a little bit of the cake.
Oh wow.
There was very little of the coffee added to that cake, but you could get a little bit of that coffee flavor in the cake. Do you get that? Or is that just my imagination?
I don't get it, but no, I believe you because I didn't even remember I put coffee in it.
It's just in the cake part.
That cake, the cake itself is phenomenal.
Very moist.
It's moist, but it's dense.
Okay.
It's not a fluffy, airy cake that you see with a lot of like holes through it. You know, I don't mean holes, but I mean like pockets, air pockets. It's not that kind of a cake. This is a very dense cake.
It's good. It's not dense as in like really dense, like hard, but it's not as fluffy and airy and light as some of them are.
That's incredible. Very good. I would have that for my birthday cake any day.
I'm very glad we used semi-sweet chocolate instead of bittersweet chocolate because I wouldn't have liked it if it had that bitterness to it.
No, but by using the semi-sweet chocolate, it's perfect.
Yeah, I can't believe you don't get that coffee flavor from the cake.
I don't. It is so absolutely. This is probably one of the best homemade chocolate cakes that I've ever made. Ever. I love it. It's absolutely delicious. So this recipe, the only thing, and I've already written it in my book, because you would forget between one step and another, you forget these little things. The only thing I changed was she said bake them for 20 minutes. I ended up baking them for 24 minutes.
But you could set it for 20, and then if you need more time, then add.
That's right. So for your oven, you might only need 20 minutes. I needed 24. But everything else, I mean, you could make this for anybody's birthday. You don't have to write Happy Birthday Harry on it. This would make an excellent chocolate cake for anyone who likes a rich chocolate cake.
That's not, I mean, it's sweet, but it's not like
sweet. I think it's delicious.
It's not sickeningly sweet.
I love it. I like I said, I would have this for my birthday anytime. So if you all make it, if anyone out there watching this video has made it from this recipe, let us know your thoughts, and thanks for watching.